Biden's handling of classified documents is reckless, dangerous, and irresponsible, Rep. Mike Gallagher. Rep. Mike Gallagher, RWIS, discusses recent news that Chinese sources poured more than $30 million into the Penn Biden Center where the classified documents were discovered. He also discusses the goal of the new House China Committee. As President Joe Biden is rumored to soon announce a 2024 bid for re-election, the developing investigation into several batches of classified documents found in his possession could cause turmoil for a potential campaign. This week, news broke of 3 sets of classified documents found at the Penn Biden Center and in 2 separate locations at the president's home in Wilmington, Delaware. On Saturday, White House Special Counsel Richard Sauber revealed that 5 additional pages of classified materials were found at Biden's home on Thursday when attorneys with security clearances went to the location. Though many Democratic and Republican strategists believe the classified documents scandal won't play a major role in Biden's 2024 aspirations, some political insiders told Fox News Digital that it's still not an ideal situation for a president seeking re-election, particularly as it opens Biden up to GOP attacks. It's never good when there's a special prosecutor appointed. It's definitely not a place I'd want to be in as we try to put the pieces together of a re-election campaign, said a Democratic strategist and veteran of presidential campaigns, who asked to remain anonymous to speak more freely. Don Lemon, Chuck Schumer clash over Biden classified documents story, for God's sake. Kevin Walling, a Democratic strategist, said he does not think the documents will affect Biden's decision to run for re-election. Joe Biden sits in his Corvette in a campaign video released August 5, 2020. Joe Biden sits in his Corvette in a campaign video released August 5, 2020. Joe Biden for president. I think the president, from what I've seen and heard, has made up his mind to run, and clearly he knew that this was likely to be an issue when the documents were turned over last fall. He was down with his family in the Caribbean. And all indications are that he's running for office, and that he plans to run hard and win, Walling said. So I don't think this is going to actually affect his thinking on 2024 whatsoever. On Outnumbered Friday, Fox News' Tommy Lahren speculated that the Democratic Party might use the situation to separate themselves from Biden and use the opportunity to recruit a new Democrat nominee for the 2024 election. Brad Woodhouse, Democratic strategist, told Fox News Digital the misplaced classified documents would be an issue in 2024. Biden mocked over newly discovered second batch of documents, regular Johnny Appleseed with classified info. I don't think President Biden's textbook approach to correctly handling the discovery of misplaced documents will have any impact on his re-election if he decides to run, Woodhouse said, saying that the controversy does not compare to that of the documents found at Trump's home. The difference between the two is apples and rotten oranges. Biden said it is his intention to run for re-election next cycle, but has not yet made an official announcement. Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed her as a special counsel to investigate the presence of documents with classified markings found in President Joe Biden's possession. Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed her as a special counsel to investigate the presence of documents with classified markings found in President Joe Biden's possession. Associated Press. At this stage, I don't think this scandal alone will prevent President Biden from pursuing a second term, but it weakens one of his primary lines of attack against former President Trump if he is the GOP nominee, Giancarlo Sopo, a Republican strategist, told Fox News Digital. The biggest risk for Democrats is that it could demoralize their voters, especially if the DOJ's investigation escalates. President Biden handed the GOP a potent political gift, said Republican strategist Colin Reed. Just ask former President Hillary Clinton how questions about the mishandling of classified information can impact the prospects of a campaign. It's a non-ideological issue that resonates with voters across the spectrum. Biden's ability to weather the storm will determine not only the prospect of his 2024 chances, but also the remainder of his first term. Hank Scheinkopf, a Democratic campaign strategist, told Fox News Digital that the content of the documents will determine whether a Biden re-election is attainable, but he fully expects Republicans to use Biden's classified documents investigation as ammunition. It depends on the quantity and depends on the content of the documents. But what it does do is it increases the laugh track sound at Mar-a-Lago, because it just reduces, for many people, the anger about Trump and his documents and makes it easier for Biden to be criticized. President Biden has yet not announced if he will seek re-election. President Biden has yet not announced if he will seek re-election. Getty Images. Because they're probably laughing their heads off at Mar-a-Lago, and all this does is increase the volume of that laugh, Scheinkopf said of the ongoing investigation into documents found at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. And it makes Republicans feel that they're empowered and that Biden is somehow much more vulnerable, and Democrats are much more vulnerable because he leads the Democrat Party. In 2 years from now, when people go to the polls, what they're going to be focused on is, did the president take action on their prescription drug costs? Did the president take action on climate change? Did the president take action on inflation? And the answer to that question is yes, he did. Joe Caiazzo, a longtime Democratic strategist who worked on numerous presidential campaigns, says this current controversy won't be on the minds of voters in 2024. Days after additional classified materials were found in Biden's home, Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed a special counsel to investigate the situation. Fox News' Paul Steinhauser contributed to this report. Aubrey Spady is a freelance production assistant for Fox News Digital.